From on this, we are joined by Filiz Katman. She's president of the Energy Politics and Markets Research Center at Istanbul Aydin University. Hi there, Filiz. Good morning to you. So firstly, I keep hearing good news about renewable energy surpassing fossil fuels, particularly, good morning, in the past few years. But the International Renewable Energy Agency is warning that beyond today's energy security concerns, current energy systems remain structurally unprepared to meet the 1.5 degree Celsius climate goal set in the Paris Accord. I mean, many argue that goal was never truly attainable, but how do you see the transition today to cleaner power globally that is being pushed by the war in Iran?
It's definitely a very ambitious target to achieve the one that is mentioned by International Energy Agency to limit the global warming to that degrees. That's why it's not sustainable to achieve that one. And we have ongoing geopolitical tensions, which initiated primarily by Russia, Ukraine, and now the one in the Middle East, first in Gaza and right now in Hormuz. These are the extra pressures pushing the targets to very unlimited periods to achieve the ambitious targets, as I have mentioned. But still, in comparison to 2000s and 2020s, we have some kind of achievement. We should also underline that one. The more push coming from primarily the European Union, which is mentioned as a kind of role model region in order to achieve the targets, in order to combat global climate crisis. It's no longer a change, it's a crisis because the targets are not achieved that was put primarily for 2020s. It is also affected by COVID-19, which also disrupted the processes. But when we talk about the geopolitical tensions, the impact is way bigger than the other effects on not achieving the targets put in the previous Paris Climate Summit in 2015, unfortunately.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Filiz. I'm sure you know the Turkish government has declared 2026 as the year of wind. There have been a number of wind conferences so far this year. I'd love to ask if you are looking forward to COP31 this November and whether Türkiye, you think, is in a position to truly and positively impact the global renewable energy and investment race.
It's definitely yes to the question that you asked, because I personally was invited and contributed to the Turkish energy strategy, which was designed in 2014 and which is available since 2015, 2020 and 2020 to 2025. And right now, 2025 to 2030, we have set the target that shifting from the hydrocarbons to the renewable energy resources, which make Turkish economy less affected by the energy import from other countries. And since 2015, Turkey has been continuously investing on shifting from hydrocarbons to renewable energy resources, and that's why we received that award in that manner. Turkish renewable energy share was top 2 in the Europe, and this is a very good achievement. And as you have mentioned, the organization of the climate summit, which will be held in Turkey in Antalya this year, Turkey is definitely on the table to motivate, to direct, to facilitate the transition from hydrocarbons to renewable energy resources, which makes the countries less dependent on and also make the global climate crisis less effective. So it's a kind of one shot and hitting many targets, and Turkey is definitely one country who has been working on it. And diplomatically, Turkey also takes the opportunity to provide a platform how a developing country like Turkey can contribute despite the energy necessity is really high as a developing economy, how one can achieve both energy sustainability, energy security, and economic growth simultaneously without depending on heavily hydrocarbons, but mostly renewable energy resources.
Oh yeah, fingers crossed Turkey sets itself apart as a leader in the transition. Filiz, really nice speaking with you. Have a good weekend.